Let's see. Check. Okay, we're good. All right. And we're live on Facebook now, too.
Yo.
All right. What's up, guys? How's it going? Immediately, I want to start because I'm like 90% sure that the Thursday night game is on right now. So let's make a pick real quick. Let's just jump into the picks because immediately we're already like behind on taking picks.
I don't know. Actually,
So we can just go ahead and say, so it's Carolina versus Pittsburgh right now. Carolina versus Pittsburgh. You're taking Carolina. I'm taking Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh,
right,
bro.
So Steelers. Yeah.
Ben.
All right. So I just wanted to get the picks in real quick just before the game progressed any further. I was not I just wanted to make sure we got the picks in.
Yeah,
so
makes sense.
how was your week?
My week was
You watched
fantastic.
some good hockey?
Yeah. I got on hockey. It's a little confusing because I don't really know the rules yet because I just started watching it.
Okay.
But man, I have been digging it so far.
No, it's awesome.
Yeah. Apparently, I saw 2 hat tricks. I'm not sure what that is.
It means one player scores 3 goals in one game.
I thought it was a position that you shot.
No, it means you are the one that shot the puck into the goal 3 times in one game.
Well, that's pretty cool.
That's what a hat trick is.
Nice.
Connor's about to kill it again. I like it. Devin out here. I like it. Okay, so I had a good week too. I watched some good football. Watched some good hockey. A little bit of basketball. Did you touch on basketball at all?
A little bit.
A LeBron shirt. No, it's fucking. Excuse me. It's freaking. What's it called?
What?
Felix Hernandez.
Yeah, Felix Hernandez.
Felix Hernandez, not LeBron James. Is never.
I would not buy that shirt.
I wouldn't let him in my house with that.
I wouldn't put that shirt on if it was given to me. If someone said that putting this shirt on will save your grandmother's life, sorry, Grandma, you had a good run.
Dang, bro. That's savage. Okay. So, hold on one second. How much of the hockey did you watch?
I didn't watch any full games. I just watched all the recaps.
Okay.
So,
all right. Did you watch the condensed ones or did you watch
whatever the ones that are 4.5, 5 minutes long? So they had all the shots. And
Okay.
The ones that's NHL Red Zone or whatever it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So I watched that.
It's funny because Felix isn't a king though. It's true. It's true. I think he's well past being anything of royalty. That's really
well. He was when I got the shirts.
Okay. All right. So we've already started with our first pick. Eric picked Carolina. I think Justin picked Carolina as well, right?
No, I
picked Steelers. All right, I'm picking the Steelers as well. So let's go ahead and move right along into the rest of the week, and then we'll start talking about football and everything else. So the next matchup is going to be New Orleans versus Cincinnati. How do you feel about that matchup?
Man,
that's going to be a good game. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, Cincinnati's good, but the Saints, man,
after they dethroned the Rams, it looks really good for them.
Yeah,
man.
and they just got Des Bryant.
Dude, that's also one of the things I was going to bring up. I love how they noticed that they were weak in the wide receiver 3 position, and then decided that getting Des Bryant for a $1.25 million contract for a year was
they did just get him for a year?
Yeah, for a year. It's for a year. Is a great pickup. You need to send Devin some merch for being your number 1 fan. I think so too, right? Once we start getting some merch, man, I'm sending that out.
Until then, Top Ramen will have to do.
Top Ramen will have to do. This is a subtle sponsor. Devin's picking the Saints. All right, I like it.
Yeah.
And you're also picking the Saints?
Yes.
Cincinnati's going to give them a good run. It's going to be a good game. Cincinnati's no slouch this year, but I'm also picking the Saints. So I like how they just it wasn't destroyed, but they picked apart the Rams to a point where it was there you go. That's good. So everybody here is picking New Orleans. We're going Atlanta versus Cleveland. and this one's in Cleveland. Tell me your thoughts.
You know, I don't know. I mean, Atlanta, they got Fitzpatrick playing now, and who I just saw.
No, that's Tampa Bay. Atlanta, like Matt Ryan and the Falcons.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I got it now.
Damn, bro.
Hey, you've made mistakes too, so easy there.
Cincinnati's gonna win.
You're wrong.
Canucks just scored 3-2 Vancouver. I like it.
I'm gonna go with the Browns.
You're gonna go with the Browns. I think the Browns are gonna upset the Falcons this week. I also was gonna pick the Browns. So we're both picking the Browns. I think they've been playing pretty good at home this year. So
yeah,
I think the Browns are gonna. It's a trap game for the Falcons. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, it will be kind of interesting since they did just fire their head coach.
Right. But, I think it'll be good for them, though. I think it
could be. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the coaches.
Right.
I mean, ever.
It makes somewhat of a difference, but
it absolutely does. I just personally don't pay attention to like coaching changes.
Right.
Or,
I hear you.
I mean, hell, half the time I couldn't tell you, other than the head coach of the Seahawks, who the other guys are.
Right. Okay. Well, there you go. We'll go ahead and move on to the Detroit and Chicago game. I have a weird feeling that the Browns can pull it off. I also agree with that, Devin, because I am a troll, Jeff says. Yes, Bruins tied it up. And Eric hearts the Browns. Yes, he does.
I absolutely do.
Eric is a big Browns fan.
Yeah.
Nice camera, nice voice quality. Yeah, man, we went and got some nice equipment for ourselves. We wanted to bump up the quality of all of our stuff. So I'm enjoying doing it, and I think it looks nice. So thank you. Why isn't Jake Jollymore doing this in a dress? Yo, man, I don't know, but that dude can definitely pull off a dress. I'll tell you what.
I'm not going to touch that one.
All right, so we're going to go Detroit and Chicago, and this one's in Chicago. And I don't like the way that Detroit's really looked the last couple weeks. I mean, even when they were playing against the Seahawks, they looked pretty bad.
They did.
I'm going to take Chicago in Chicago. That's who I'm going with. You got Detroit? You look like you're questioning this.
No. I was trying to think of a good reason to pick Detroit, but I can't think of one. I mean, they don't have Golden Tate. They don't. I don't know. They've made some strange decisions. Yeah. Like you said, they haven't looked very good at all for the past 2 weeks.
I don't know what Matt Patricia's doing. I don't know. He's still popping. Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go with you, and I'm gonna go with the Bears too.
Okay, cool. I like that. I like that decision. I just don't know what Matt Patricia is really doing there. So we're gonna go with Arizona and Kansas City in Kansas City. I don't even really want to divulge too much in this. Arizona is a hot garbage dumpster fire, and it's just a mess to watch.
That pick should be pretty obvious.
Kansas City all day, every day.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will pick that 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Take the Bears and the points. I like it. Chicago, Detroit's basically a rugby team. Yeah, pretty much, man. It's
pretty rugby's badass.
Arizona,
and I haven't seen anything badass from Detroit. Except for Eminem.
Devin says Arizona with a big upset. I like it. Hey, bold call. Let's go with it, man. I'm into it. Then we're going to go to another, why even bother continuing to talk about it, New England versus Tennessee. I think New England is just going to go in there and just steamroll them.
Yeah, the first couple of weeks, I really had high hopes for Tennessee.
Yeah.
And I thought, they might pick up right where they left off last year.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like
No. It doesn't.
It's they're just not. I don't know why, but
I couldn't tell you. I don't have an explanation for that, and it's kind of strange to be witnessing. You know what I'm saying?
It really is. And it's almost like
I'm not a fan of Marcus Mariota, but when the guy has the weapons, this might sound weird, but I think he's kind of like a really poor man's like Tom Brady, like a really poor man's Tom Brady. Like, I like the way that he stands in the pocket, and like, I like how he can run around, and basically that whole team is just like washed up New England players anyway. So,
well that's.
I think Tennessee seemed legit. That was the quarterback that started at the beginning of the season. I think it was Mariota, but you don't agree with that? You don't think so?
What, that
Mariota's
the poor man's Tom Brady?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'd word it like that.
Okay, all right.
But I see where you're coming from.
Okay, all right.
And yeah, I like the guy.
Torn knees. Go Hawks. I like it.
But yeah,
Okay.
I would definitely pick the Patriots
I hear you.
in that one.
Okay, all right. I got Maui for the win. Okay, cool. So we'll go ahead and move on to Buffalo and New Jersey. And the basic way I look at
gonna miss that other one.
Or the Jets. Excuse me. Oh, that's Tampa Bay versus Washington. Excuse me, I skipped one. Tampa Bay versus Washington. I like how everything's clicking in Washington, and Tampa Bay is also another dumpster fire team right now. Even though Fitzpatrick is back, and I love Fitzpatrick, and I like how he's there we go. I like him as a quarterback, basically. I always want to see Fitzpatrick do well, but I just can't pick the Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now. Washington. And I like Adrian Peterson running right now.
Mm-hmm.
So he's good in the backfield right now.
Well, I didn't watch their game. Well, were they on a bye last week?
I don't think so.
Or did I just miss it?
No, they weren't on a bye. They played who did Washington play last week? I can't remember. But nobody got it. Okay, so yeah, I'm picking Washington for sure.
Yeah.
You're picking Washington?
Yeah,
okay. All right.
Play the Giants.
The Giants. Right.
Oh,
That's right.
20-13 Redskin one.
Okay. All right. So yeah, like I was saying, we'll move on to the game of irrelevancy, man. This is really just to see who's the most irrelevant other than the Giants in New York. So
they played the Falcons.
The Falcons. Sorry. Okay. And then lost to the Falcons, right?
Yeah,
they lost to the Falcons. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Galbert started this season for Tennessee. I didn't know that. And I think he won a few games and looked decent. I like it. That's Eric. That's Eric. We'll wave. Well, ha ha ha. Okay.
All righty then.
Okay. So yeah, the game of irrelevancy. Basically, all the bad teams in New York, and here's a matchup of more bad teams. Buffalo versus the Jets. It's in New Jersey, and basically the entirety of the Buffalo Bills season has relied on how well Steven Hauschka can kick the ball, because they don't really score touchdowns right now. They're having a hard time doing it. So I'm taking the Jets. Jets for sure.
I'm going Buffalo.
Gonna go Buffalo?
I'm going to go Buffalo. I'm going to take the underdog.
That's a rough pick.
I know.
Yeah, I just can't pick Buffalo. I can't pull the trigger on that one,
You're
buddy.
picking
I
the
wish I
Jets?
could.
Okay.
Only because
All
I love House.
I like it. Okay. So Jacksonville versus Indianapolis, and Indianapolis, it is in Indy. However, I do want to point out before we make the picks, because I'm not sure if either of you two are aware, but Leonard Fournette is back, the running back for Jacksonville, who got hurt. So that's going to be a huge difference, which is why I'm picking Jacksonville this time.
I agree. Jacksonville.
You know what?
If Leonard Fournette was not back, I would not be picking Jacksonville. I'll just go ahead and say that right now. But Leonard Fournette back in the lineup.
I'm going to roll with the Colts.
You're going to roll with the Colts?
Yep.
Okay. You just going on a whim on this one, or you got some kind of...
No, there's no reason for it. I just feel it.
Okay. All right. A battle in L.A. or a battle in Oakland, California battle. The Chargers versus the Oakland Raiders.
Chargers.
Indy. Chargers? Okay. Yep. How you feeling about that? You taking the Raiders?
No, I'm taking the Raiders.
The Raiders are hot trash, man.
Yeah, I
dropped everybody on my fantasy team that was even remotely close to Oakland. Good pick, Eric. Colts. Indy roof caves in from a tornado and nobody notices. That's a good pick. I like that. That's rough.
What's the over-under on that one?
What's the over-under on that one, Chaz? Chargers for sure. Gordon ran all over Seattle. Yeah, he did. He sure did. Unfortunately, they looked really bad that game, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll
talk more about that. The next game is Seattle versus the Rams in LA. After that outing, man, I know the matchup is good because of the last time that they played, and there was a slight chance that they had it, but they're in Los Angeles this time, and Los Angeles is coming. The Rams are coming off of a loss.
Yep.
So I think they're gonna come back with extra force, trying to redeem themselves, and I don't think there's any chance that the Seahawks have on this one. I'm taking the Rams, unfortunately.
And there is I did hear on the radio they were talking about it. This is the first time Russell Wilson's career that he's
the underdog.
Yeah, the underdog by 10 or more points.
Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, I can't see them beating the Rams.
I go for the Hawks.
Going for the Hawks. Hey, dude, I'm a diehard fan too, but I like having a good record in my NFL picks. That's what I'm about. Gordon will get hurt. Schuster just had a huge touchdown. Juju, I like it, baby, in my starting lineup. Anyway, let's go.
I'm still going with the Hawks.
We're coming for the Rams. You're going with the Hawks also?
Yeah.
Yo, dude. I swear.
If I was going to put money on it, I'd put money on the Rams.
Dude, I swear, man, almost every single week that we've picked, every time that I pick the Seahawks game, I'm wrong. I don't understand what's going on, but maybe I'm actually just picking them or picking the Rams so that the Seahawks will lose or win.
Yeah, just the way I
we're doing it with the Boston. Yeah. So Rams win it.
Unfortunately, I actually do think you're right.
I think so too. Okay, so we're gonna go.
Pride.
Yeah, no, I feel it, dude. It kills me every time I pick against the Seahawks.
Yeah.
But, we'll go ahead and move on to Miami versus Green Bay in the game of people who should be good but aren't. Who's you picking this time and why? It is in Green Bay.
It is in Green Bay? I don't think that matters. I think Miami's going to win that one.
You think Miami's going to win?
Yeah.
I'm taking Aaron Rodgers at home. I like that.
Yeah, I would, but I don't. Just watching that the game on Sunday.
Yeah, that was rough, man. I actually,
as bad as the Seahawks looked after the first half, the Packers looked terrible.
Yeah, dude, that was rough to watch.
That was bad.
You know what? Really,
the Browns could have beat them that second half.
You know what really kills me, man? Because they were really doing all right up until the point where end of the third quarter, going into the fourth, when it started getting really bad. I took the Packers +5 on a bet.
Really?
Yeah, I did. I thought that was going to happen. And they just got demolished at the end, man. It was horrible.
And in the first quarter, I don't know. I was anticipating a much better game than what I saw.
Rodgers is pretend goat. Yeah, no, I totally agree with you there. I will Smith on my fantasy team. They were doing all right until they weren't. Yeah, pretty much. They were doing all right until they weren't. Yeah, so I'm taking Green Bay, but you're taking Miami?
Yeah, I'm going to take Miami.
Who are you picking in this one? You taking Miami?
Yeah.
Miami? All right. Dallas versus Philadelphia in Philly.
Philly.
You're taking Philly?
Yeah.
I think everybody's taking Philly in that one. We'll go ahead and move on to the Monday night Who Cares game. I don't even think I'll be interested in watching that.
Why would you?
That's horrible. The Giants versus San Francisco.
For who's going to get a second win?
For who's going to actually win a game. Who's worse at not being bad?
You know, they did. San Francisco does have that, nobody knows him quarterback that
he's,
won a game.
Actually has been surprising me a little bit. So, they're still bad. They're still terrible. They're
still an awful team.
But I could say some good things about their quarterback.
And it was
I think their cornerback is like a horrible cornerback also or something like that.
Yeah, that's what
I don't know. I heard he was pretty bad too.
And it was nice of Brett Favre to take a break from sending weird dong pictures and give the guy a call after that Monday night game.
Yeah. Oh my God. Sorry, I have to collect myself after that. That was good. Next. Yeah, dude, I'm with you there. All right, so we have ran through our picks.
Did we actually pick that game, or were we just making fun of it?
I think we just made fun of it, dude. I didn't even want to pick it. I'm picking San Francisco. The Giants are bad. I'm picking San. They're both bad. You're going Giants?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Even when someone wins, they don't really win.
It's all a loss. It's just Cam just threw a pick 6. I like it. Hey, let's go Steelers. Never thought I'd be saying that.
I never thought I'd be thinking go Panthers.
Okay. All right. So just talks about stuff around the NFL. I don't know. Denver, Baltimore, Houston, and Minnesota are all on a bye. So that ends our NFL picks for the week. We pretty much already talked about the Saints beating the Rams, right? I mean, do we need to touch up on that some more? I think Dez Bryant going to the Saints was a perfect fit. That was perfect. I don't think there's any.
What was that?
It was just my number locks getting turned off.
Oh, okay.
But I think that was a perfect fit for them.
Yeah. And that, a guy like Drew Brees isn't going to, fall into that trap of just relying on, Dez
Bryant is a good wide receiver who's never really had good quarterbacks. Tony Romo was okay. Okay. Always hurt. Just okay to me. And Dak Prescott is not even remotely what everybody hypes him out to be.
Honestly, if it was me, I'd think Tony Romo's better.
Has a leg burn. What? What?
It's a bum leg, right?
Oh, has a bum leg. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
this isn't the kite runner.
No, I was like, what?
It's a book.
Okay,
someone got that reference.
Nobody reads, dude. This is 2018.
Yeah, well, no one else has a flip phone besides me too, so. Hey.
I think Dez was a perfect fit for them. I like him there, and Drew Brees is definitely on 8 different higher levels than Dak Prescott. Maybe not Tony Romo. I'm not saying Tony Romo is nearly as good as Drew Brees, but both quarterbacks that Dez has been catching for in Dallas, not good enough for the quality of wide receiver that Dez Bryant is.
Yeah, I can agree with
that. Sticking him in there with Drew Brees is going to be phenomenal, and I think this makes the Saints a serious contender. Not that they weren't already.
I was going to say they already were.
Not that they weren't already, but like now, any thoughts that I had about, well, maybe the Rams are a little bit better after I watched Dez Bryant this weekend, if he plays.
Oh, this weekend.
Well, he might not play, but if he does play, and he does well, I think this is just going to be the start of seeing who's going to be. Now we just need to see who's going to the AFC Championship, really, honestly.
What do you think about Demaryius Thomas going to the Texans?
Demaryius Thomas going to the Texans, man. He did good.
Yeah, he did. I saw some good throws.
Yeah, and Deshaun Watson is, good for Demaryius Thomas. I think that's a good connection. The Houston's wide receiver core is phenomenal now. DeAndre Hopkins and Demaryius Thomas, that's insane, dude. now it's like, damn, the Saints are winning the Super Bowl, right? I mean, I think it's going to be Saints are better looking than Kansas City. Yeah, Devin, I could agree with that.
Yeah,
you think
absolutely.
so?
I'd like to see the Saints go to the Super Bowl.
I think they could.
When's the last?
The last time they went to was when Hurricane Katrina happened.
So that was 2005 or 2004.
I'm not entirely sure.
2005.
Was it 2005?
Yeah, because the Seahawks went to the Super Bowl in 2004.
Oh, okay. That's right. You're right. That's right. People don't realize he was signed as a cheerleader. I'm sure he was. He really just kind of stands on the sideline and just goes, "Go Cowboys, go!" All right. So let's talk about that Seahawks game. The Seahawks look awful. That was bad. Go ahead. Tell me what you think before I steam out the side of my neck.
I don't even know where to begin on this one. Nothing. I don't think anything looked good for him. I mean, the defense was meh. Everything they did was just kind of meh.
After the first opening drive, after that, it went downhill. What happened?
Well, I mean,
I think there was bad coaching in that game too. I'll point that out. I wrote it down, but I just
probably.
What the hell happened? The wheels fell off after the first drive.
Yeah, I mean, and they went, what was it, 4 for 16 on third down conversions. They, I don't remember how many off the top of my head, how many yards Chris Carson had.
Look up the stats for that game.
Yeah, but it wasn't that great.
It wasn't good. I think he was above 70 yards though. Like, the Seahawks had just about as much scrimmage yards as the Chargers did, if I believe.
I think they did until the third or fourth quarter. Yeah. And then the Chargers just kind of went off on them.
They were burned on end arounds all the time, dude. Like, how are you getting caught by a wide receiver run as much as they did in that game? That was trash.
I don't know.
Keenan Allen should not be running on the Seahawks like he did.
Right.
Yeah.
It was bad. Yeah, Melvin Gordon broke a couple tackles for a touchdown also.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty rough. Mike Grossman, check this out. I like it, dude. Share it to everybody.
Yeah, Seattle.
How many yards did they end up with?
340, and Chargers only have 322.
Okay, yeah. So that's what I was saying is I think they had as much scrimmage yards as they did. It's just when it was time to cash in, they just didn't do it.
And Chargers have almost double the possession time.
Yeah, because they were running the ball all over the Seahawks. It was bad.
And you can't have possession time if you can't get a third down.
Yeah, I don't know what the
you got 4 of them. Congratulations, 1 per quarter.
I don't know what the possession was, but I wrote this down in my notes. They went 4 straight possessions of the ball without a score. 4 straight. That's not how you win a game.
And that missed field goal.
Yeah, that's another thing. Okay, so I'm still going to talk about this. The Blair Kick Project, like, dude.
That gets me.
Yeah, the Blair Kick Project happened because we didn't keep Hauschka. Why didn't we keep Hauschka? Like, the dude, I even wrote down this guy's accolades for his accommodations for how he played for the Seahawks. And it's ridiculous that they got rid of him.
Even after the Seahawks traded him, what was that? In the first half of the season, he had the highest kicking percentage.
It was he also
over 50 yards or something like that.
He had a record. He had an NFL record. The most consecutive field goals from 50 yards or further. It was 13. The guy holds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different Seahawks records in kicking. Most field goals made in the franchise, longest field goal made, most games consecutive scoring, most consecutive games kicking a field goal, most field goals made in a game, highest field goal percentage and highest field goal percentage in a season. Why did they get rid of him? I'm calling anytime any kicker misses for the Seahawks for the next 5 years, I'm calling it the Hauschka curse. The Blair kick project, dude. Like, what was that? This is...
It was a 49-yard field goal.
Yeah, that was a chip shot. Sebastian Janikowski should have made that. I know it's a far kick, but for Seabass...
Oh,
that's a chip shot for Seabass.
I know a lot of his kicks are either way left or way right. They're never really.
The guy's a really good kicker, but like I don't know what happened. It's the Hauschka curse. I'm telling you, Hauschka curse.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you have to put on Janikowski because he's the one who kicked the thing, but
for offense was up to
looking at what he's done as his career as a whole. Yeah, I mean that should be something that you normally should be able to make.
Absolutely. Mike says, actually, might want you sharing this in my group. Get up with me after the show. I will definitely hit you up, Mike. Hawks could have won that game too. You can't keep relying on a fourth quarter comeback. I agree.
Yeah,
absolutely. Totally. These guys are definitely good enough to not be having 2-minute drills, which you fail at. The 2-minute drill, they had so many bad snaps. I don't know if you guys noticed this or not. There was like 3 or 4 bad snaps on their 2-minute drill. They threw away the ball 2 or 3 times. And when Russell Wilson was dumping it off into the middle with 22 seconds left in the game to Mike Davis, that's what I'm talking about when I said I wanted to bring up coaching problems. Like, I don't even know if that's a Pete Carroll call or a Russell Wilson call, but who's throwing the ball with 22 seconds left with no timeouts
in the middle of the field?
In the middle of the field.
Especially when you have to get 16 yards.
Absolutely.
Why are you taking at least one shot downfield?
Yeah, and when he was
of these little
and when he was taking shots downfield, they were uncatchable passes in the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
In the back of the end zone. And
I don't think you can put this one on the offensive line. I mean,
no, the offensive line did good.
A decent job.
They gave him time.
Mm-hmm.
How many times did Russell Wilson get sacked in that game?
I think only 3.
Maybe 3. Maybe 2. It wasn't a lot.
Yeah, I think it was more than that. I think it was like 4.
Like 4? Okay. Well,
I think.
Regardless, he almost did shut your dirty mouth. Wilson needs to find a new god or divorce Sierra. Jeez, man, you guys are going brutal out there. And that's right.
It says 2 to 6. I don't really know what that
2
means.
2 to 6.
That's a pretty wide range.
Yeah,
sacks.
That's the box score.
I don't know. I don't know what that means. That's weird. He almost did, but he didn't. Yeah, dude. Like, I don't know if that's a Russell Wilson or a Pete Carroll call, but who's dumping the ball off in the middle of the field like that? That was horrible.
Yeah, I mean,
these guys cannot. They're a good enough team that they don't have to have 4th-minute quarters coming back and winning this game. And not only that, but realistically, I don't care if that ball got tipped or not. Moore should have caught that ball.
He had that ball. He butterfingered it.
He had it. Moore should have caught that ball. That should have been a touchdown. Whether or not they made the 2-point conversion, I don't know. And I don't even know what play they would have called. But, I mean, and another thing. When they had the 0 time left, and they were on the 1-yard line, they got a penalty.
Unger, was it?
Yeah.
Sweezy.
Yeah. They got a penalty. What? Why? This is what I'm talking about, man. Like, this stupid stuff that they've been doing.
There were 3, good or bad penalties for the Seahawks. That being one of them. The, roughing the kicker. That was just a bad call.
Yeah.
I mean, he shouldn't have done it at all, but
that's the difference between 5 and 15.
But yeah, exactly. And that 10 yards could have been huge.
Absolutely. That's the difference between 5 and 15.
And that wasn't, he didn't hit the plant leg.
Right.
It wasn't roughing the kicker.
No.
It was, running into the kicker. Sure. He absolutely did that. but not roughing the kicker.
Not roughing the kicker. I agree with you. I totally agree with you.
And then they got another roughing a passer call too. That was another 15 yard.
Yeah. These stupid penalties that they're getting is absolutely ridiculous. And
4 sacks.
4 sacks? Okay.
Sacks.
So realistically for just if you compare the Seahawks to the offensive line to what they were doing week 2, week 1,
way better.
Way better. 4 sacks is
better than what, 7 or 8 or however many.
So it's the most sacks since the second game of the season.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, even still, realistically. Okay. Anyways, Connor with a touchdown. I like it. There you go. Steelers killing the Panthers. Devin, what's the score? So can we? And this might not be a conversation that you want to have, or if you don't want to have it, that's fine.
7-21.
7-21 Steelers up?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Conversation is when I was watching the Packers and Patriots game, why are we talking about Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady being the greatest of all time?
I don't know.
Can you explain that to me?
I'm no idea.
I'm a logical Tom Brady hating fan, okay? Logically, the guy is better in numbers and statistics than Aaron Rodgers. We shouldn't even be having the discussion. I don't know why it even got brought up. But even if that is the case and it does get brought up, when did he even pass Joe Montana or Terry Bradshaw?
He hasn't.
He hasn't, no. And I just wanted to point this out to you. Terry Bradshaw has 4 Super Bowls. He's won 4 Super Bowls. Aaron Rodgers has only won 1, dude. Joe Montana has 4. Tom Brady has 5. If we're talking just Super Bowls, why is Aaron Rodgers even in the mix?
Are you sure Montana has 4?
I'm positive.
I thought he only had 3.
I'm positive.
I thought until Tom Brady won
Montana
5.
won 16, 19, 23, and 24. Super Bowl numbers. That's what I was talking about. They wanted to get the ratings up. I understand. This guy's mustache on the star of the show is the star of the show. I like it. More mustache. Make it dance, baby.
I don't give in to peer pressure.
Oh, man. Yeah, so that's what I just – even if that's not the case, Super Bowls, let's talk about season leading 2 NFL passer rushing or passer rating and 2 passing touchdown leader for Montana versus his 1 passing touchdown rating and 1 passer leading rating. So I don't think Aaron Rodgers is even in the mix of top 4 yet.
No.
I just don't think that's the case.
I mean, he's a great quarterback.
Absolutely.
But yeah, on the same level as Tom Brady.
Current quarterbacks who are playing in the NFL right now, he's definitely top 3.
I did see a what was it? How did they put it? I can't remember what it was, but essentially it was like whether it was the longest active quarterback careers or whatever. Anyway, it was Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Ben Roethlisberger, and I think Phillip Rivers was in there.
Phillip Rivers and Drew Brees were traded. I believe their rookie seasons. I think it was their rookie seasons. But yeah, they were there. I think they're in the same draft class.
But they were talking about their records when they faced, or it was Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning
was the other one. And they're talking about the records when they faced each other. And Tom Brady was obviously the top, but second was Aaron Rodgers.
Okay. So,
so it might be closer than we think, but
dude, I'm a numbers guy, man.
I don't know why you would say that Aaron Rodgers would be better in that than Tom Brady. That doesn't make sense to me.
I'm a numbers guy. I'm always a numbers guy. And when it comes down to numbers, Bradshaw even has more accommodations and like awards and stuff than Aaron Rodgers does.
Well, yeah, but I mean, when you have Tom Brady's, the best, Bradshaw's got to be a second. I mean,
if we're talking about Super Bowls,
yeah,
Saints look like a Super Bowl contender tonight against the weak ass Panthers. Steelers, I mean, the Steelers. That's what he's talking about. I'm gonna definitely look back at the videos and watch highlights and whatever, but I wouldn't put past the Steelers being in an AFC championship game, especially if Le'Veon Bell stops dorking around and
he wants more money, right? Is that the deal?
They can't give him more money. They don't have the means to give it to him
top
right
of the
now.
cap, basically.
Yeah. And they're trying to stick a franchise tag on him, and they just he doesn't want to sign that. So, it is what it is.
Oh, that was savage. Ben did a pump fake.
Oh, are you watching it right now?
I was watching the highlight. He did a pump fake for a touchdown. Pump and then threw down like 4 yards.
I like it. That's what's up.
5-yarder.
So I don't. And if there's anything else you would like to discuss about the NFL, we can move on.
Well, I guess we should probably mention probably the best touchdown celebration I've seen all season.
Oh, the cell phone
thing.
Yeah.
That had me dying.
Yo, I'm telling you, bro.
And it's been a throwback. It shows like
Joe
side
Horn?
by side.
Yeah, Joe Horn.
Yep.
Yeah. I like it.
Cool.
That was cool.
That was
Yeah, we should dedicate some time to watching some of these touchdown celebrations.
Oh, they're so good now.
And talk about some touchdown celebrations and like rate them or something like that. We should do that.
The one cool. The Seahawks did where
where they were like doing like all the guys in a row and then they
that was a good one. And then the one where he pretended to get hit by a pitch.
Oh yeah. And then There's been some good
ones.
My favorite by far was Juju Smith-Schuster. Grabbed the football.
Is that the one you guys are talking about?
And he grabbed the football and put it behind his hand. And I know this doesn't mean anything to you, but it was a Naruto reference. And he does a Rasengan with the football and then runs up and then puts it into the guy's chest and he falls back. Shout out to all those nerds out there. But I liked it. That was my favorite. But I like the flashback Joe Horn cell phone call. Like that's
that was
legit.
Pretty cool.
That's legit. Okay. So anybody want to discuss anything about NFL anymore? Or
do you think if Russell Wilson was taller, it'd make him better? Because I feel like sometimes he can't see past his alignment. Sometimes he misses throws.
As a short person, I can assure you that height doesn't mean that much.
I don't even. As a quarterback, I think height will make a difference. But for Russell Wilson, the type of break out of the pocket and that makes him as unique and as good as he is.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple inches, but I mean, I like Drew Brees isn't a tall guy.
Yeah.
And he's out here setting records and stuff,
He's always been a great quarterback, Drew Brees.
True.
I like the mobility. I like the mobility of Russell Wilson, and if he was a few, I don't know, give him a foot taller, I don't think he would be able to do that kind of do the kind of stuff that he does.
Well, yeah, that added height also comes with added weight too.
Yeah, and
at some point you're just Ben
brings down
back there. Like,
yeah. Or Dante Culpepper, like, jeez. Dante Culpepper was like 230 pounds just back there, just.
I bet you bomb that football though.
Yeah, no, yeah, he chucked it. He chucked it, like, yeah. He threw it real hard, but yeah, Dante Culpepper, man. And he's got a decent O. That's true. Very true, Devin. Yeah, so I know
Russell Wilson's release time is pretty not that great compared to a lot of
no, well, and that's
because he cocks back, and I see like statistics on it.
Yeah, so like him, like the way he throws it more like a baseball player, which is more of what he is.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's on the New York Yankees roster, so
how does that work? Like,
which is why the reason I don't like it. I can't trust him.
He's shifty. Damn Yankees.
New York spy.
Yeah, I think he is.
Those damn Yankees. Yeah, so I mean, I think he throws it more like a baseball player than he plays, because I mean, he like does stuff where he throws it sidearm into guys into the.
It's like he's trying to throw a slider or something.
Yeah,
it's bizarre, but hey,
it works for him.
Hey, he won a Super Bowl doing it.
Yeah, so hey, you critics.
I do like the Paul Allen name on the jerseys, though.
Yeah, no, that's a very good tribute.
Awesome.
They definitely should be doing that. I think they're doing it the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Would have been better tribute if they won the game, but
yeah,
right. Hey, they won in London for his last game that he ever got to see. So
that's true.
That's good. I like it. Let's move on to.
I got one more thing.
Okay, go ahead.
And it's more of a this grind my gears kind of thing.
Okay.
Because I just heard it again on the radio on my way over here about now they're comparing Chris Carson to Marshawn Lynch. I'm like, bro, stop comparing every Seattle running back to Marshawn Lynch. Just stop it. It's annoying.
It's ridiculous.
You know who runs like Marshawn Lynch?
Marshawn Lynch. That's it. Nobody else.
No. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Nobody else. Yeah, dude. Anytime I listen to any kind of Seahawks radio or Seahawks talk or anything, everybody's always like, well, he's not running like Marshawn Lynch, or he just doesn't bounce off people like Marshawn Lynch. He's not Marshawn Lynch.
No,
the 20 to 30 other running backs, I don't know the number, but there's a lot of freaking running backs that the Seahawks have had since Marshawn Lynch left, and not one of them runs like Marshawn Lynch. No. So let's stop comparing.
And you're going to run through a lot of running backs before you get a guy who can run like that.
You know what really grinds my gears more about this conversation than anything is that the fact that we're comparing Marshawn Lynch to all of these Seahawks running backs.
What about Sean Alexander?
What about Sean Alexander, who won an MVP? Why don't we talk about, he's not running about like Sean Alexander? Why is that not a thing? The guy won an MVP.
That guy was such a beast today, dude.
He won an NFL MVP.
Run through people.
Why Marshawn Lynch? Maybe because of that Saints game where he ran over 9 people in one play? Who cares? Shut up.
Yeah,
Marshawn Lynch was a great running back. No doubt. In Seattle, no doubt.
Definitely not going to take that away from him.
But shut up about him. He hasn't played for the Seahawks for 3 years, something like that. Move on.
But his mom still does Seahawks.
Hey, that's fantastic. Yeah. And I like that he actually comes back here and does things for the Seattle community. That's great. But he doesn't play for the Seahawks, and he's not the Seahawks running back. Let's stop comparing the Seahawks running backs to him. Alexander deserved that Super Bowl win, man. I'm not even going to touch that. Yeah. I don't want to get into that debate. I don't want to get into that debate.
I cried during that game.
That was the first Super Bowl in my entire life that I actually really gave a shit about, and my heart broke because of the damn referees. Yeah. I don't care. I don't care.
I still remember when he caught the ball, went in zone.
It was inbounds!
And threw it down.
It was a touchdown.
And said it wasn't a touchdown because
it was
the ball down.
Yeah, it was a touchdown. It was a damn touchdown. Oh, God. Okay. I can't have this conversation right now. I'm going to get mad. I remember when I had season tickets to the Hawks, and I used to love watching Alexander. Alexander was a beast. So is Chris Carson, and we're still in this. Go Hawks. Fro, I agree with you, man. We are still in this. But Chris Carson is not Marshawn Lynch, and I don't want to listen to 710 ESPN radio
harsh call out.
Every single time and have I'm going to call them out.
Or 950 too.
Or 950, yeah. What is that, Cairo?
I don't know.
Whatever.
I just listened to it.
Don't want to listen to Seattle sports radio talk every single time and listen to them say Marshawn Lynch isn't our running back, or our running back doesn't look like Marshawn Lynch. Not the conversation I want to listen to.
How about this? Let's focus on how good Chris Carson is running right now.
Exactly.
Let's focus on how good Mike Davis is running right now. And the few times that he has run, Rashad Penny has looked pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. When he's in there. Hey,
I don't
think he's even returning punts right now also.
I think it's like 50-50 between him and Lockett.
Right, but I think he's been a little bit returning some punts, and I think he's been looking good there. I think he's been looking good, but good conversation that needed to be had. Absolutely, I think we've done it once on this.
I know, but I'm gonna do it every once in a while randomly
because me off
it just builds up. But
it makes me mad.
It's like a Seahawks pimple. You just gotta
It really pisses me off too, man.
Oh man, it is irritating.
I gotcha. I'm with you there. Can we move on to some? Hold on 1 second. We keep getting BS calls by these refs. I agree.
Yeah.
Listen to WEEI out in Boston. They're awesome. I call in all the time. That's awesome, dude. I like calling into radio stations like that.
Yeah.
You can only blame the refs for so long. That's true. I agree. And it's not always the ref's fault, but, I will say this about the game last week, that I think, me personally, I feel he went out of bounds. But in all honesty, even if he didn't go out of bounds, that touchdown doesn't cost them the game. What cost them the game is the garbage play that they did. So when there are bad calls, I'll call it out. I'll talk about it. I'll say something. But if the Seahawks did not lose that game because of that call.
But he was so out of bounds. Like his foot was on the line.
I totally agree with you.
Twice.
Absolutely. I agree with you. I don't know about twice, but I agree with you. I think he was out of bounds. I don't think that should have been a touchdown. But if the Seahawks were playing better, that one touchdown wouldn't have mattered.
No.
So let's
bounce on like 4 tackles,
something like that.
Down. Like it was just bad tackling.
Yeah,
bad.
Absolutely. Devin's right. That they call it the fail Mary. That fail Mary that happened in Green Bay, that Golden Tate came up with, and I think one of the Packers guys took it or something. I don't remember exactly how the play went down. But the Seahawks should not have had that touchdown. And I remember always like people just talking about it, and I would be like, the play or the call in the field stands, baby. Like, it's a touchdown. But it really wasn't. Like, honestly, like, just try to, like, make a joke of the fact that the referees made a bad call.
Yeah, I mean.
That cost the Packers the game.
Yeah. Yeah, that one actually did make a difference. And you can't I don't really like blaming the refs, just because everyone makes mistakes. You see
Absolutely.
You see it in baseball all the time, with the different umpires have different strike zones. And the NFL does do a pretty good job of reviewing, and they stick with the call on the field. Unless they know, can see,
undisputable evidence.
Way wrong on that.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah. Undisputable evidence.
Right.
Yep.
Just like murder.
Here's a stat that I saw during the Seahawks game. They said the Seahawks haven't been successful on onside kicks since 2009. I don't think that's true. That's not true because
that's how they won.
This picture up here
Yeah,
was from when they got the onside kick against the Green Bay Packers in a playoff game.
That was an awesome recovery.
Yeah, that right there, them winning right there, was from an onside kick that somebody from Green Bay lost their job because they couldn't get that ball. So I don't think that's true. Pretty sure they beat the Packers in a successful onside kick. I think it was in 2015. Yeah, see, Devin's calling it out too. Exactly, right. Okay. So I want to move on to MLB free agencies, man. I want to move on. We're already on some off-season crazy shit. Some crazy stuff that the Mariners are doing. Yo, what? Did you look into this trade? Did you see this trade?
Oh, the one with Zunino
and Heredia?
Yeah.
What? Like, what? Why? Yo, Malik Smith has already played for the Mariners and he wasn't good before. Why? What is happening?
Here's what I'm thinking is they're not going to tear the team down to the studs and rebuild like Houston did a couple years ago. They're going to look for what's going to be good in, the 2020 2021 season. They're a couple seasons down the road, and they're going to hope that they can take a guy like that and improve on him. I mean, the guy's only 24 years old.
He was already on the Mariners, and he was not good before.
But how many 22-year-old players come in and are good? I mean, there are some, but there's not that many.
Okay.
Like I said, there are some, but there aren't that many.
Okay.
So that's a guy you can develop. And in order to get some of those missing parts the Mariners have, as much as it sucks, you have to get rid of players with value. You can't just trade away, older players. Yes, they have the name, but you're not going to get much for them. You're not going to.
They let Nelson Cruz walk.
I know, and that irritates me.
They let Nelson Cruz walk.
No, they wouldn't have gotten that much for him, but they would have gotten something.
You know what really pisses me off the most about this is I'm looking online every single day at who's interested in taking them. Nobody is interested in Nelson Cruz other than the Mariners, the Athletics, and the Rangers. So we're still going to see this guy and you got nothing for him.
Yeah.
If he goes to another team, you got nothing for him, and now he's a bat for a team that's in your division.
Yeah. I mean, that to get nothing for him,
Rafael Devers, third baseman for the Sox, is 21. Okay. And he just won the World Series. That's true.
Well, yeah.
Okay. There are some.
Like I said, there are some.
But, yeah.
But, you can go through a lot of players before you find a Rafael Devers.
That's true.
Or even a D. Gordon.
That's very true. Back to the Nelson Cruz thing, dude. I'm telling you, I'm so mad watching him walk into free agency. The Mariners, the Rangers, and the Athletics are the only teams interested in him right now. This is...
Well, I think you take the Mariners off the table because...
He can still re-sign with them. Re-sign with them.
Wouldn't he have done that already?
The whole point of the free agency is to open up the options for him to look at. Like, it gives him the options to look at it. Instead of just re-signing him for one freaking year, they just let him walk into the free agency.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You can at least trade him away after signing for one contract. The guy still has a bat.
Yeah, and
he hit over 30 home runs this year.
And that's a guy that you would sign for a 1 year.
Absolutely. I don't understand what's going on. This damn Guillermo Heredia trade and Mike Zunino trade, and like all of this is just walking into free agency with Nelson Cruz
and a minor leaguer too.
So okay, three for two. So the Mariners got Malik Smith and Jay Fraley. I have no idea who the hell this guy is.
A
minor league player. Okay, so I can accept that and be okay with that because they need to start building up on their prospects. They need to start working on the farm team because they raped and pillaged the farm team for Ohtani and didn't get him.
Yeah.
I'm so mad about the Mariners, dude. Like, I'm so frustrated. Don't forget KISW 99.9 FM, Rock of Seattle on Thursdays to hear me on the men's room. I like it, Flo.
Hey, it is the same
That's
guy.
That's a good plug. Is it?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I've heard you on the radio all the time.
Okay. All right. Have you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he calls in all the time.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, dude, give our podcast a shout out next time. Wouldn't sign him for more than 3 years, Dennis says. Yeah, dude, I'm just frustrated. 1 year contract. Get something for Nelson Cruz.
Yeah.
Get something for him. You don't just let that guy walk into free agency.
I don't think the Mariners aren't in a position to let anybody go just for walk free. Away.
Yeah, like they're not.
They need to get something for the players that they have.
I honestly,
if you don't want them, trade them.
Yeah, and even if you do want him, like Edwin Diaz, I think Edwin Diaz needs to get traded also.
Yeah, because
I love Edwin Diaz.
He's a player with value, and you can get something for him.
And he's never going to pitch the way he pitched this season.
Exactly.
He will never have the value that he has right now.
Right.
Trade him, get something.
He's at the peak of his value, and that's the thing with closers is they very rarely have multiple seasons in a row where they're good.
Yeah. Trade him, get something good for him now.
Or at least something.
Build in somewhere where you need building. They should have kept Colomane. They should have kept him. They let him walk. Should have kept Colomane and traded Edwin Diaz.
Yeah.
I don't know what DePito is doing out here, man.
He's destroyed.
What is this man doing? Why is Scott Servais not saying something to this man? Our farm team's gone.
I don't know.
Pillaged. It's horrible.
I can't figure it out. And every time I think that I do, I'm wrong.
We're located in Bremerton, Flo. Yeah, we're in Kitsap County. He says, think he was looking for a 5-year and that's why they're letting him go. That makes sense, but Nelson Cruz isn't going to be worth 5 years anymore.
No.
There's
no team that is going to
take him for 5 years. No, absolutely not.
He'll be lucky if he gets 2.
I think he'll be lucky if he gets 3. I could see him getting 2. I would sign him for 3.
I don't think I would.
He's 39, right? 39?
He's either 38 or 39, yeah. I mean, that's a guy that I would sign.
He's a DH. All you do is go up there and swing.
Yeah, I mean, he could
be good for 3 more years.
He could. He's also going to command, and I mean, not as much as he used to, not what the Mariners paid him, but, this is going to be a spendy year or 2, but I think he would be worth having for a season and then readjust and then, maybe you offer him another year or 2 years.
I could see that. I could see that for sure.
But, I would give him, if it was my team, I would have him for a year, just kind of more like a long tryout, I guess.
Right.
And then be like, we'll move on from there.
I'm with you there.
But yeah, I think there are a number of teams that would benefit from having his experience, his command of the plate, and getting 30 extra home runs a year. Because he's probably, if he does play next year, going to do the same thing.
Absolutely.
He's been a consistent player for the Mariners.
I'm not saying he's high in the RBIs. I don't even know what his RBIs was or where he got in the RBI numbers. But you got to think that him knocking in 30 home runs makes a difference. And Devin says, why does Seattle become the farm team for the MLB? And it's kind of true, man. Like,
it really is. It's like
all these guys always end up being good
everywhere
else.
Yeah, well, look at how many players they've got. Or the Yankees have got from
That's
Seattle.
What and this is what I'm talking about. Yo, like, I'm not saying Mike Zunino had a good season whatsoever. The dude is really had really bad swing. Like, his average wasn't very good.
Pitchers never have good batting averages.
Mike Zunino,
catchers.
No, you're right, but I could see, and I think Heredia was batting okay. But you develop these guys for a little bit instead of getting rid of them. Like, what? How long has Heredia been with the Mariners? Not for very long.
Not very long.
And they got rid of him already?
Think 2 years, but don't quote me on that.
David Ortiz, right, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you can be an old guy at DH and still make a difference.
There's a big difference between David Ortiz and Nelson Cruz, though. We'll throw that one out there.
Isn't CC Sabathia and Bartolo Colon 90 and they're still productive and require more effort on the field? That's
true.
Freaking true and
that
hilarious. That's a very good point. I'm telling you, man. Bartolo Colon has been out there forever, bro. Oh, my gosh, man. Yo, CC Sabathia just signed a 1-year contract, dude. I'm telling you. I'm
not saying that he's done or that he should just hang it up because he's too old to play. I'm not saying that. I just his value is not what it used to be. And,
it's
if
not.
You want to disagree with that? You can disagree with it.
It's not. But was Edgar Martinez's value what it was when they went to the ALC championship?
No.
Versus when he was done with the when he was in his last 5 seasons with the Mariners? No. But they brought him back and they kept using him because the guy's been around for a while. Why aren't you doing the same thing with Nelson Cruz? I personally would rather see Nelson Cruz retire as a Mariner than trade him. But if they're going to let him walk in free agency, trade him for something. Sign him for a year. Get something. Yeah. DHs are easy to replace.
Yeah, either get something for him or keep him.
Yeah.
But
don't let the man walk.
Yeah.
How old was Moyer when he retired? That's a true, very true. You remember Jamie Moyer? How old was he? That's so true. Yeah. The guy stuck around but he was a pretty good pitcher even when he was old too. So I'm just saying. But do you want to move right along into talking a little bit about some NHL?
I'll do my best.
Do your best. All right. So
he's 55 years now.
He's 55 now, obviously, because he's an older dude. Heard the Mariners are front runners for the next Japan star. Yo, I also heard that, but I didn't have very much sources to back that up. I just kind of was reading it in some forums of other Mariners fans. So I didn't really want to talk about that because I didn't want to sound like I didn't know what I was talking about.
He's 42.
He's 42. How about Pudge? Yeah, exactly. Pudge Rodriguez? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. He was a soft-throwing lefty. Sorry, don't remember his name. I think probably Pudge is who you guys are talking about. But, yeah, I remember Pudge Rodriguez. He stayed for a while, too. It's very true. No, yeah, I think guys that are older in the league can still get 1-2 year contracts and still have value. I think Nelson Cruz is starting to reach that point where you can get something for him and not let the man walk in free agency.
Yeah, the only point I'm trying to make with that is that trading Nelson Cruz isn't going to solve your problems.
That's true.
You have to look at, like you said, Diaz. You have to look at trading some of these, becoming good players to trade away so you can, start rebuilding a little bit.
They need to rebuild. It needs to be rebuilt.
I mean, something has to change.
But what?
I mean, if I knew it needed to be changed, I would be coaching.
But what frustrates me,
sitting here talking to you.
But what frustrates me the most about what you're talking about is we've been saying it's time to rebuild
for years.
Since like 2002, 2003.
Because every time they try and do it, they just half-ass it.
It's not about half-assing it. They try to go completely in one direction and fuck it up. And when they do, they set ourselves, like the team up, to be bad for the next 2-3 years. All the moves that DePito made to get Ohtani and not get Ohtani destroyed the Mariners for the next 3 years. I don't know if you agree with me or not, but we don't have a farm team basically anymore.
Oh, yeah, okay. I wasn't 100% sure what you were talking about.
Japan stars are overrated for the most part. Ichiro, Tanaka, and that guy from the Angels, Ohtani, Matsuka, and even when Mike whatever from the Mets dude, Mike Piazza. Yeah, that's him. Roger Clemens, nemesis. I need to say they're all good Japan stars, but all the others aren't. Yo, so I like Daeho Lee. Daeho Lee was good. What about Kazuhiro Sasaki?
What about dang it.
The Kaz was good.
That cat that just went back to Japan from the Mariners.
Daeho Lee.
No. The one that it was a pitcher. He had
Iwakuma.
Masashi Iwakuma.
Yeah. Iwakuma was a great pitcher for the Mariners. I don't know if he was like he threw a couple no-hitters, didn't he? No, he threw one.
He threw one.
Threw one. Okay. I thought he threw 2 or 3, but he threw one.
No.
He threw one for sure. I know it's only one. You're right. It was only one. But regardless, so good pitcher.
I think now there have only been 6 no-hitters in Mariners history.
Yeah, good. Yeah, and Iwakuma has one. I guarantee you he has one.
Oh, he does.
Okay.
Yeah, he does. Hernandez has one. Paxton has one. Randy Johnson has one or maybe 2.
Look up how many no-hitters Randy Johnson threw for the Mariners.
I know he threw a no-hitter against
the Red Sox. They need to go hire Theo Epstein. I don't know who that is. Do you know who Theo Epstein is? I don't know who that is. Let me know who that is. Tell me. They need to look at these teams that are winning and see what they did. Boston got JD, Evaldi, Sale, Price, finally came through.
Yeah.
It's true.
You're right, Devin.
You're absolutely right,
They do need
Devin.
to take a page out of some teams that can win.
Yeah. Sorry, I was talking over you. Both of us were talking at the same time.
Oh, yeah. Iwakuma is in Japan. But, yes, I'm with you 100%, Devin. They do need to look – I mean, look at what the Red Sox did with Mookie Betts. Second baseman, they had Dustin Pedroia. They're like, well, we're not bumping Dustin Pedroia for Mookie Betts. Moved him out to right field. A year later, he wins a Gold Glove.
Yeah.
So,
3 guys on – I don't know if you noticed this. 3 guys on the Boston roster got Golden Gloves. Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That man –
Boston's GM.
Boston's GM. Okay. All right. I don't keep up with like all of, but
like I said,
the Cubs
GMs, coaches,
the Cubs GM.
But then he says down here in Boston. I don't know.
Boston
I'm
GM
kinda lost
when they
in
broke
the
the
comment.
curse. Okay.
Okay. So he's the Cubs,
the
GM,
Cubs
now.
GM now.
Gotcha.
Man,
all right,
that's
You only know one-
1979 Supersonic Expander.
Oh,
I wasn't even born, but my grandpa once told me this basketball team was a memory to him. Yo, I'm telling you, dude, I wasn't alive then either, but I've watched some like highlights and stuff, and it was a phenomenal team. I don't know enough to speak about it to really honestly comment too much, but I saw it at one of these stores around here, and I thought it was
Randy Johnson. Yep.
fantastic. So I grabbed it. I scooped it up.
Don't forget when Randy Johnson hit that bird.
It exploded, dude. It exploded. Yeah, Randy Johnson was on the mound. He was playing for the Arizona Diamondbacks at the time. And he's on the mound and he winds up and he throws it. And Randy Johnson is like really like I don't know, like one of the fastest pitchers. Yeah, and he just beams it, and a bird flies as the ball is coming to the plate, and this bird explodes. It just blows up.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's crazy.
What happened to the bird?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
All you see is feathers everywhere. And I was like, what?
Yeah, and that's
Was it a strike?
I gotta see this.
Yeah, and that's why PETA doesn't watch the MLB.
You're taking off?
No, I just answered the
Oh, okay. 30-14 Steelers. I like it. And when he won with the Cubs.
31-14.
No, it says 30-14.
Yeah, I gotta look down here, bro.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm reading from here to here. You're making me skip some comments.
I am trying.
Hey, say hello to me. Joel Newby. Hello. How's it going? Joel Newby. I'm saying hello.
What's up?
Diamondbacks. Yes, it was the Diamondbacks. Seattle has to have money available. They need to target some of these big free agents. I totally agree. I absolutely agree. Yo, you know what you could do is to free up some of that cap space, like do something to free up some of that cap space and go and get somebody like Manny Machado. I hate Manny Machado with a fiery passion from like I can feel the energy surging through me on how much I hate Manny Machado. But go get somebody like Manny Machado. Go get somebody like Bryce Harper. Go get somebody with a name. Who on the Mariners has a name? Maybe Robinson Cano. But he's not that relevant.
Yeah. I don't know.
He's not that relevant. 6'7" or some shit. Haha, dude threw 99-100 consistent. It's true, though. He threw fast. Joel, hey. Bryce Harper to Seattle. I like that, dude. I'm down with that. Problem is I think the dude's looking for like a 10-year contract. Some shit like that. And I don't think the Seattle Mariners have the cap space for that. But
now, I don't think the Seattle Mariners are looking to sign anybody for 10 years.
No. What I was trying to get at when I was saying that, though, is go get somebody. Make a move. And not for Maximus Smith or whatever, Malik Smith.
I do like Maximus Smith better.
Don't do stupid shit like that with the resources that you have and let Nelson Cruz walk. That's so stupid. That's dumb.
Yeah, I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff that the Mariners do that just doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense to me either.
I don't.
It's super frustrating. He would be perfect for Seattle. Never make the playoffs. Damn.
Yeah, Devin, you're right. Cano used to have a name. That's true. Machado would be perfect for Seattle is who I am. It was who I mean. Oh. Machado was just in the World Series. What are you talking about? Yeah, and he had the most beautiful strikeout I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's just that K, bro. It's over. It's over.
Zoom.
Ooh, this is Seattle. I just see the signs. Yeah. Well, I mean, we're not just talking about Seattle. We're talking about sports in general. But But
right now we have a bone to pick with the Mariners.
Yeah, we are from the better Seattle area.
Yeah, the better part of the Seattle area.
Better part of the Seattle area. And we are very big.
I'm not gonna. We just had the elections. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Woo!
Sorry,
but
sore spot.
We're definitely talking a lot about some Seattle stuff always on our show. It hasn't made sense since they got rid of the Buhner buzz cut. Yo, dude, my aunt used to go there.
I forgot it. I haven't heard that in so long. Oh my god.
My aunt used to go there from her work and buzz people's hairs.
That's awesome.
You'd get free tickets. They used to do that. They would give you free tickets for a buzz cut. Yeah, and you just go in and watch just shave your hair. That's awesome.
I do that for free.
Yeah. Right? That's cool. I miss Buhner buzz cuts, man. That was legit. Try to find a way to get Kyle Schwarber or one of the 30 Cubs outfielders they have. That's true. I like that. I mean, honestly, other than like Gamble or Haniger, who can you name that's in the outfield that is even relevant right now?
In the outfield?
Yeah. You guys need Edgar Martinez and my man Jay Buhner. Yeah, I'm telling you, dude. I totally agree, Joel.
Technically.
Edgar
Martinez.
Read my joke, bro. It's funny. Read my joke. Joey Cora. Read my joke. Read my joke. I'm looking for her. Whew.
You might have to retype the joke.
You might have to retype the joke. I don't think I saw it. Joey Cora. Man, I miss it. Dan Olerud, Mike Cameron. Yeah, dude. Freddie Garcia. Freaking. What happened to that guy? Freddie Garcia. Carlos Guillen. Brett Boone. All these guys, dude. What the hell? The joke's not funny. What? I'm not gonna go back.
Yeah, we're getting sidetracked.
We're getting sidetracked.
It was
we don't
really
have
cool. On a side note, I just saw Cora reminded me. I did watch when he brought the World Series trophy to Puerto Rico. That was pretty.
Oh
cool
yeah,
video.
that was cool. Yeah, I did see that. They had like that parade in Puerto Rico for it, right?
Yeah, and I don't know if you knew this, but that was actually part of his contract was because he got signed right after that hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
That part of his contract was that the Red Sox
relief funds.
Had to send. I don't know. I think they sent funds, but they also sent supplies.
Yeah.
And that was part of his contract.
That's good. That's a good movement. I like that.
Just another reason that guy is, man,
a phenomenal human being.
Yeah.
All right, so check this out, dude. Obviously, we don't have the time to do it now, but if anything, I feel that it would be nice to try to squeeze in at least the top 10 of a rankings for both the NHL and the NBA so that we can start stirring up some conversation. I wrote up some information. I mean, all you have to do is really honestly just kind of look up some stats and stuff and watch some highlights because I'm watching some games, but I don't follow a team more in basketball, but in NHL, I follow the Blues who are doing god awful right now. So I just really don't want to touch that. But
I did watch the game last night. Yeah. And I saw your boy Ohtani's get that goal.
Oshie, bro.
Oshie. Yeah. Ohtani. Sorry.
No. You're
baseball.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm taking it off. I'm going to turn it around.
To reveal the I Declare War shirt. Yeah, bro.
Got it, bro.
I don't know.
This guy is by far my favorite player in hockey. The dude is from the Washington area.
Yeah, he played for the Silvertips, didn't he?
I believe so. And he also raised the 12th man flag for the Seahawks during a preseason game this year.
Oh, yeah.
TJ Oshie is the man. He used to play for the Blues. And
he plays for the Caps.
And now he plays for the Caps.
See, I'm learning stuff.
And he kicks ass, dude. The guy also 2 seasons ago or 3 seasons ago was playing for the U.S. team and won them a gold medal winning a hat trick. Yeah, nice. So he scored 3 goals, won them a gold medal scoring a hat trick. So, I mean, the guy's a beast. The guy's good. Hell, Ken Griffey Jr., we're bringing it back old school. I like it. Yeah, dude. I mean, I've always loved Ken Griffey Jr. I got my little Pop Funko guy here. Like, Ken Griffey Jr., baby. Like, I love him. I love all the old school guys. You win. Well, you owe 20 extra minutes for being late. I can't do that. I have to go get a deep freezer. So I can't do that. Oladipo is a beast. I totally agree with you, Dennis. Antetokounmpo is a beast as well, dude. But Oladipo actually won the
Sean Kemp to DH. He would, but he's too busy babysitting his 30 kids.
Yeah, probably. Oh, he's got so many kids.
Bro.
Oladipo actually won that game for them the other night, that three-pointer. That was really impressive. 8-5 Vancouver win over Boston with 4 minutes left. Jeez. That's crazy. How the hell did the Hawks fire their coach? Yo, I'm telling you, I don't – bad moves. But you know what? I like watching it because being a Blues fan, I hate the Blackhawks. So that just totally works for me. Just gut the whole team. Gut them. Take care of them. You freezing meat? Let's talk outdoor sports. Hunting? You want to talk some hunting?
We can do that, Devin.
No, we can definitely do that. We went deer hunting last week. Or 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
We did not come up successful, but
shot some grouse.
Yeah, we shot some grouse. It was pretty nice.
And a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah. She's 31-14 Steelers. That's crazy, man. I'm telling you, bro.
Oh well, my week's off to an awesome start.
Yeah, you got those picks so good, bro. Yes. You know, yeah, and we don't even always have to talk professional sports. I mean, anybody in this community of our podcast, you guys can always send one of us a message or the Facebook message, of Talk Interference Sports, and I'll reply to you guys. I run the website, so I'll reply to you guys and I'll look up anything
football,
you guys want to talk about.
Our outdoor
sports. It's true, they are, but we can. I'm trying to hunt. Okay, trying to. But
good luck with that, Devin.
we.
I don't know how you tutu hunt.
I don't know how to tutu hunt either, but I feel like we're just kind of rambling at this point. So I do have things to talk about the NBA and the NHL.
Did you see
but
that? I did watch the Bucks game, and I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that dude's name.
Antetokounmpo.
Yes, that one. When he the only other Greek guy in the NBA, and it's just like, nope, whammo.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
That shit. It was dope. Yeah, I'm telling you, yo, these guys are 8-2 right now. They look good.
Yeah.
They look good. I'm telling you, the Greek freak. It's awesome. I like seeing the Milwaukee Bucks starting to do good. I thought it was an unwritten rule was absolutely no MLS.
Well, obviously.
You know, I don't mind talking Sounders, but he's not going to, but I don't mind talking Sounders.
Just because I don't understand it. I don't understand why they take a break in the middle, why the whole system, plus it's European, so.
Our off-screen guy would know more about that.
We are in the semifinals. We lost our first leg in Portland. So the next game is going to be in Seattle. And
oh, shit. Okay.
Because I think there's 2 matches. If you go 1-1, then you play another match. But it's you can lose.
It's just a split. Okay. Yeah. And still be okay. All right.
But
you've gone too lazy for that hunter safety course, man. You sound like our off-screen guy over here, man. Too lazy. I'm trying to get him to go hunting with us. You should do that hunter safety course, dude. Go hunting. It's fun. Walk around. Go shoot animals that you're legally allowed to shoot. and eat them, dude. It's fun. It's a lot of fun, and it's very outdoorsy, and it's exciting.
Man-like.
And very, well, I wouldn't even say it's men-like. I like being out there and relaxing, and outdoorsy stuff's fun for me.
Plus, there's not a lot of people out there, which is.
Sabronis, his dad is a Hall of Famer. Okay, Celtics beat the Bucks. Celtics did beat the Bucks. They did, but the Celtics lost to the Lakers the other day, if I'm not mistaken, and it was pretty. You taking off?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. Okay. All right. Have a good one, dude.
Navy duty.
I'll let you know when the next one is.
Yep.
All right, man. Take off. See you later. Good luck. Drive safe.
Let me know if you have any questions.
Yep. Gave him the first loss of the season. I heard 98 Degrees, the boy band, was in Bremerton last night. No. I think they're playing sometime in December, but I don't want to get into to divulge into talking about the Admiral Theater.
Yeah, because we don't want other people showing up to our 98 Degrees show.
Yeah, you're gonna get all the tickets sold out.
We got to keep the prices down.
All right, so we've hit the 1 hour 30-minute mark, which is usually where we end our show. I did have stuff to talk about the NBA, and I do have stuff to talk about the NHL, but once the season progresses a little bit more, and now that baseball's over, I'm paying a little bit more attention. I have a top 10 ranking. I'm not going to get into the top 10 ranking right now. I have reasons behind everything. But we will definitely talk about it next week for sure. We'll talk some NBA and we'll talk about some hockey. But guys, anybody and everybody who showed up on Twitter and on Facebook on the Game Changer Sports Network, thank you so much. We appreciate all of you guys coming to watch us. I haven't watched the NBA really. When is the next show? I think we're shooting for Wednesday.
We'll go back to our regular day.
We're going back to our regular day.
We just had a confusing last 2 weeks, so.
We've had a rough couple weeks, so we've been just kind of shooting out when it was good for us to do it. But we will go back to the original scheduling.
Absolutely.
We'll go back to the original scheduling. And anybody who's just now joining us since being on the Game Changer Network or Game Changer Sports Network, we do go live Wednesday around 5 p.m. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer than 5, but we try to shoot for 5 o'clock, around 5 o'clock. We have a Facebook, the game or Talk Interference Sports. Look us up. We're on Instagram, Talk Interference, and we're on Twitter, Talk Interferer. Excuse me. And honestly, we appreciate all of you guys coming out here and watching every single week. Devin out here has been with us since day one, and we love it. Yeah. We also want to thank the Game Changer Sports Network.
Absolutely.
So thanks for taking us on. And if you guys look for fantasy sports advice, fantasy football sports advice, go check out Run the Gauntlet. They're also on the Game Changer Sports Network. These guys have really good advice, and I often take some of their advice to my fantasy team. Make it 4 out of 5 Eastern Coast viewers. It doesn't work for us time-wise for work. For my wife and him, time-wise, it doesn't work. But if we could do it earlier, we would. Check us out on all the social media, guys. Check us out. Check out Run the Gauntlet, fantasy sports or fantasy football on YouTube or on Facebook. These guys have really good advice on football for fantasy. Thanks for everybody on Twitch, Toxic, stopping by to say hi. It's Dominguez. Someone's phone.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Hey, guys.
Yeah, thanks for and we also have a Twitch. We're on Twitch, Rictorshoue, Shoue. So, guys, check it out. We're going to be doing this weekly. So, thanks for everybody. Thanks for the shout-out, my dude. Jim LeBeau. Shout out, Jim LeBeau. Oh, he's from Run the Gauntlet. Okay, all right, my bad. But yeah, check out Run the Gauntlet. Okay, but yeah, we're really happy to be here on the Game Changer Sports Network,
Absolutely.
and we're gonna go ahead. Yeah, it's been awesome, and everybody who's been watching us, from day one to even joining us just now. So thanks, guys, and we'll see you next week around 5 p.m. on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
See you guys later.